Five, four, three, two, one. Coming to you from the dark recess of the proverbial Dawn Forge pouch. This is episode 160 of the Shattered Soulstone. Alone he stands. Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. Get a free audiobook download at bit.ly/Soulstone 2018. Over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPod, MP3 player, or real man's phone. If you happen to have a non-real man's phone, probably works too. It is April 1st, 2018, and this is your main man, Dead Greed. I am all alone. It's just the Greed this week, so I'll be talking to you just by myself. You know, Vesper's been practicing that Japanese there, and he had a wild MMA match this week against the Easter Bunny, and I gotta say it was back and forth. Vesper came out strong with some Taibo and a little bit of ground game, but the Easter Bunny prevailed, won, and then went and delivered a bunch of eggs. Uh, Vesper's resting up from that. As a result of that, Manlow went to go hunt down the Easter Bunny to give him a little payback for Vesper. But unfortunately, Manlow didn't make it back before the episode, so I guess he's still chasing down the bunny. As far as Diablo goes, this week in gaming, man, I'm super close to 1,000 now. Captain Peters beat me. He got me. It's just fine, you know. We have these we had these we had these non-verbal what do you call it? We have these non-verbal like contests. He beat me to 800. He beat me to 1,000. Nah, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, he got me. He beat me to 1,000. I'm not there yet. I'm like 980 something. I'm real close. So I'll probably be 1,000 within too much. I I I've been playing a lot. Just been playing with the community. You catch me outside. How about that? You catch me in Discord, but you catch me really. I'm in Discord a lot. This week, I worked and I came home and I played my game at night. So I was on most every night for at least a little bit. But the more important part of that is you're gonna catch you're gonna catch a lot of people in Discord. You know, well, I could name a bunch of names, but there's a ton of people in Discord now. You know, get in there and get on it. It was but we started uh, we started the week off, and I was doing something I don't remember, but I was super tired, so I went to bed a little early, and the team got together and they smashed a 100. So first of all, I got a, and that's a 100 greater rift. Sorry, I'm always with the numbers, but yeah, they smashed it, and I wasn't there, so I was like, I kind of died a little bit inside because I was like, I can't believe, I can't believe I can't believe they did it without me. Dang. So I was talking to Manlow and I was like, man, grats, y'all did it without me. I mean, it's okay. I just wanted to be real life, I just wanted to be in there and it's okay. I'll get it. But just they happen to get it first, which is fine. It's still the guys love to play with. It's the community, and wow, how far they've come. A couple of those guys, not too many seasons ago, weren't really going that high. I know Rona said that's the highest he's ever been. Probably the highest all of them uh, been. But yeah, 100, man. That's so wow. They three manned it, and well, anyway, I seen that, and then I was talking to Manlow, and I was like, oh man, super jealous. And he was like, oh, don't worry about it. We'll get you in there. And well, we we put a team together, and he turns it to 101, and whoo, I don't know. I don't know if it was a bad rift or maybe it was greed was there. I'm not sure, but man, sure were. They sure were stomping on us hardcore. It was not glorious in any way. It was not glorious. It was bad. I died a lot, and we had some ups and some downs. We had really bad rift. It was really bad layout, real bad mob types, and yeah, it was horrible. And I was going back and forth on whether we were actually gonna beat it. I mean, we did beat it. We just didn't beat it in time. I think we got it like in 18 minutes or something, which you already know. 18 minutes. That's too many minutes over. So we didn't win. And well, I went to bed, and I was like, I was laying in bed and I was thinking about it like, oh, I got stuck so many times. They had to come back for me. I died so many times. Other people had things going on too, but just talking from a professional, from a personal perspective, I died a bunch, and boy, I really was thinking about it. And I went to work the next day, and I was thinking about it, and I thought, man, I need to be a better team member. I need to do something. So I changed my build up. I changed my build completely. So I got off of the Rathma Mage, and of course I saved it and everything, and I'll still play. But I think for those groups, I'm gonna do Pestilence. So I grabbed a Pestilence Corpse Lancer, so that way I could do a blood rush and get through the enemies, and get in there, so they won't, so I could be a better team member. And I started working on that, and Ritzy and a bunch of the other guys, Rona, Ritzy, Captain Peters, Manlow, Kill, a bunch of people were running with me. I was just doing 70s, trying to smash gems because I didn't have the proper gems that I needed. So they were really, really getting in there. I kind of had a theory from before where, like, I don't know if you guys know, but when you're leveling a gym, you want it to be 100% chance that you're going to get the upgrade. And of course, you want 5 upgrades, so one, you don't want to die. And if you're hardcore, really, you don't want to die. But if you're not hardcore like me, you want the extra upgrade, so try not to die. And then the other upgrade comes from, you augment the rift with gold. So the first step is you have to have the gold. So we put a lot of effort into getting gold so that we can augment these rifts, or what do they call them? Empower. Sorry, we empower these rifts so that we can augment gear. Yeah, sweet. I can talk. Sorry. Anyway, we put a lot of time into getting all this stuff, going for us. And anyway, to get back on track, we get in there, and I've talked a lot about just running 10 higher than your gym. So if your gym's 10, then you want to go, you want to level it 5 times. So um, what you want to do is you want to go to a 20, and then I always count the 20 as 1, 21 is 2, 23, 24, you know. So you want to run a 24. So the 24 would mean that you're going to upgrade your gym 5 times. A level 10 gym, you're going to upgrade that 5 times with 100% chances. So that way you get no fails. And that's the cheapest way to do it. You do like a 15, then you do a 19, and then you do, 555 higher. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And and that's how I've done it in the past. But this season I kind of switched strategies a little bit where I just run 70s until I get a level 60 gym, and then I start doing the 10 higher. If my gym's 65, then I go to a 75, and then I allow for the upgrades because you want 5 upgrades. So I would go to a 64, so that way I get 100%, or 74. Sorry, if I'm not looking at it right. Okay, anyway, so I kind of changed my strategy on that a little bit, and we were back and forth within my little circle of Diablo friends, but we were kind of back and forth on it. And one reason why I kind of changed my mind on that strategy, and I've always said that before. I've always said that strategy, it's the cheapest way to go, right? Because gold is a valuable resource. When you're out, you can't augment. You automatically lose a shake right there. If you die, that's 2. Now you're only getting 3 upgrades. And over time, if you lose 2 upgrades every rift, that you got to run so many extra rifts to get your gym where you want it. So that's it comes down to where you're cutting into your time. Sorry about that. So I've always tried to say, well, this is the cheapest, best way to do it. Well, this season we kind of, we're trying to get experience, we're trying to get more paragon. I've taken that paragon grind a little bit more serious, so that's why I'm doing the 70s, because at 70 I can still run the rift in 2 or 3 minutes, so it's real fast. You still get 70 because if I turn it down, let's say a 29, for example. Yeah, sure, I'm going to do that fast. It's going to be easy, but I'm not going to get the experience. And you're also not going to get the same amount of gear. So, you don't get the same amount of mats, all that stuff. So, I think 70 is a good strategy now. I don't know if I might continue doing that unless I'm just completely broke, and then I'll go back. I'll revert. But yeah, that was something I got out of playing with the team. That was something we went into. So, you know, I'm just trying to augment for my new build right now. Pestilence, just the regular pestilence build. That's what I'm doing. Uh, so other than that, I just I power leveled my son. He hasn't really started the season. He just started this week, but well, he may not be playing for a little while because well, he didn't do what he was supposed to do. Let's just say that. So he might be grounded from some technology for a while, which is unfortunate, but such is life, right? So that was my week in gaming. You know, I know it's not a ton of news, but I like getting in there. I like having. I just love having. I come home and Mom might be tired or whatever, but I always look in Discord to see if people are on, just so I can, and sometimes that might sway me from not playing to playing, and that's what I wanted to go into next was, our Discord. It's really popping off. There's so much stuff in there. I mean, it just there's lots of groups. Well, not a lot of groups going on, but there's a lot of stuff going on in Discord. That we have our community tab, and there's a lot of conversation going on in there. I threw a picture of me. I know I talked last week about my vacation a little bit, and I threw a picture of me and my son and my wife standing next to the Titanic Museum, which was it was cool. And apparently, Captain Peters and Manlow was talking about something because Manlow threw a video in there. It's always we have a special channel called the Primal Rain, and whoo, Captain Peters, man, Captain Peters be blowing up the Primal Rain channel. Um, I noticed that Manlow got another Primal. I don't think it was anything for his build. Dead Greed came in with the Primal Nemesis, and whoo, those were pretty. Man, those Nemesis bracers were pretty. I mean, I use them for my Pestilence set, but my Wrathma, my favorite set, I don't use them, so it's okay. It was nice to get something that I could use, as opposed to some of the other stuff that I've gotten in the past, where it's like, yay, I got a primal, but no, nobody uses this. So yeah, it was just again, I know I'm beating on a dead horse here, but get in there. A while back, maybe a couple episodes back, Kill, he hit me up on Discord, and I gave him a battle tag, and we've been running with him. And man, I wanted to talk about that guy for a second, because man, it's insane. He's got this monk, and he's support, and wow, that was yeah, he really keeps you alive. He does a great job with that. I wanted to give him a shout out because man, internet high five on the support. We ran some high levels like 95, 96s. I think we ran 197, and we just smashed them. I mean the 97 it was close, but those other ones, man, we just ran in there, and it felt good to get back into the higher levels, especially. I had a little session of, I think I talked about it last week, where I really got beat down in some high levels, and I kind of backed off, and plus I was working on my other set, so I kind of backed off, and I wasn't really doing higher levels. Um, I wasn't doing it in the 90s. I was doing some 85s for gem augmentation, but I hadn't got in there, and but yeah, with him, with Kill, I got my main gems to 98 on my esoteric alteration. My enforcer is 99 now, which I'm excited about, and my Bane of the Trapped is also 98. So, like, I figure maybe 3 or 4 more rifts, and I'll have all three of mine locked out. No, I'm not locked out. My esoteric will be locked out at 100. That'll be max because esoteric cannot go above 100, but the other ones could go above 100. So I'm excited. I'm excited about the possibility of having my gems to 100. My non-season has real close to 100, 99, 98, right in that area. So yeah, it was, and it's all due to Discord because if we didn't have Discord, I wouldn't know Kill. So yeah, Discord, get in there and put the messages out. I know last week we talked about some emails, and I did talk to, or I texted Vesper, and I mean, I know it's Easter, like it's Easter Sunday, so he's probably with his family for real, and so I'm not exactly sure if we had an email. And I know last week we were talking about, please send us emails, and we'll get to them. If you sent us one, honestly, from me personally, from Dead Greed, thanks. Uh, Whatever it is, we'll get to it. I don't have access to that. Vesperio does. We all have our certain jobs. I mean, this sounds like an excuse, and it's really not. Just we will get to it. It'll be at a later show. That's all. And I hope your emails were great, whatever you sent us. And if you didn't send us an email last week, this is another opportunity to to fire up another email. Even if you want to talk about your Easter bunny hunting trip, however or whatever, your new build or whatever it is, send it in and it'll give us a little bit more. You can be part of the show. You can get your opinion in there. And speaking of that, some of the things I noticed on Discord was people were talking about the quality of our sound, and I'm trying to fix it. I know real life. I'm trying to fix it. Today I'm recording with a different recording software, and I don't like this that much because I don't have a mute button, and I've been on Vent or Mumble or Discord for a long time, since probably, I think the first time I heard about any kind of speak program like that would have been probably Vent. I was gonna say something else, but yeah, Vent was and I want to say that was around 2003. No, no, a little later in life than that. So it might have been 2005 because I was home. I had come home from Iraq by then. So yeah, sorry, 2005. So I've been using push to talk since around 2005, and it's 2018 now. That's a lot of years push to talk, and this does not have a mute or push to talk function. So I'm trying real hard not to make annoying extra sounds or you know, sometimes when I cough I mute myself or just things like that. So I'm trying to keep that out of the and I turned my fan off because I tested earlier and you could totally hear it with the way this software works. So long story short, or long story long, I guess, right? I'm not enjoying this one, but I'm gonna continue trying to, because I want to make the best show possible. I want to make an entertaining show. I want to make a show with good content. I want to make a show that you guys enjoy listening to, and that also includes our sound quality. So I'm trying to work on it. I hope you're patient. If not, seriously, I apologize. But yeah, the last couple of YouTube have sounded moderately better. So I think we're getting there. And of course, the actual show on iTunes and all the places that you could get your regular podcast with a real man's phone. Those are edited, and they're run through some really good sound quality. I think they're much better than the older YouTube versions, but again, we're working on that. So that's enough. That's enough of. Hit the brakes on that one, Creed. But anyway, I kind of like to do every now and then. I like to do a community spotlight, and this week's community spotlight is on one of my favorite people who love to play with his wood and balls. His name is Ritzy. Wow, what an amazing community member this is. He's always up to do whatever you want to do. He's always up to do normal runs, bounties, maybe, whatever. He's always in Discord. You can find him in Discord most nights. He's also very, very friendly, very helpful. If you need some kind of information, he'll. I've seen him help a lot of people out. Anyway, Ritzy, he's just a great guy, and he would probably give you gold. I wouldn't, but he probably would. And for that, Ritzy, I give you the community spotlight, internet high five of this show. Wow, what a great person. So, anyway, moving along here with the show because obviously I'm by myself. So sometimes when you're talking to yourself, maybe I'm not crazy enough. Because, crazy people don't have problems talking to themselves. And normally I don't have problems talking to myself. So I don't know. Maybe I am. But anyway, moving on. Um, moving on with the show, we literally I looked for some blue notes and other things, and there were really there's the sale I talked about in the top of the show. So if you don't own Diablo and you're listening to this podcast, I don't know why, but for some reason you're listening to this and you don't own Diablo, or maybe your best friend or your grandmother doesn't own Diablo yet, so you can get a 50% off on the old Diablo. And I don't know if the Necro's on sale. Wow, so 50% off on the game, and then you have to pay full price for the Necro. Because there's only two classes. There's Necro and Other. Actually, there's Wrath, my Mage, and Other. And I'm playing Other sometimes. I'm playing the Pestilence Necro, so that's in the Other category also. But yeah, hey, it's on sale. So if you, for some reason, if you're listening to this and you don't know Diablo, I'm scratching my head about that, but yeah, 50% off on the Diablo this week. And that was really the only news. Other media, um, if you've listened to some of the other shows lately, you'll know that I've been hitting the audiobooks up this last couple months. It's been I've had some enjoyment. I got in and I listened to like 3 books, and I was just like at the house running searches. Just and I found a really good book I really enjoyed, and I literally listened to it in one day, and I was like, wow, I gotta get more of those audiobooks because usually I listen to a lot of music when I'm on my route because I work like 10 hours a day, so I listen to a lot of music or I talk to my friends, on my phone or whatever. But I've been trying to get more out of my time, and not that music or podcast is not getting more out of my time because I enjoy those things too. But maybe I was just trying to get more variety in there. So I wanted to get into some audiobooks, and every time I was like searching, Stephen King kept coming up, and I like Stephen King for a lot of reasons. One, he's a great writer, and two, he's his birthday's on my birthday. We have the same birthday. We're not the same age. He's much older than me, but we have the same birthday. So anybody that's born on Greed's birthday, even if even if he was born first, it's still my birthday. Uh, but anyway, anybody that's yeah, anybody that's born on Greed's birthday, it's I, I like the guy. So yeah, growing up, Pet Cemetery when I was very very little. I really didn't understand the movie. The Lost Boys, I remember that for sure. It it scared me, and I was very little. I remember watching it with my older brother, and actually, I remember my older brother didn't want me to watch it, but I threw such a fit that they finally let me watch it. And I don't think I even made the whole movie, but yeah, I remember Children of the Corn. That's for sure. Boy, that's a movie that well, that one again. I was still very little when that. And then growing up older, it, The Stand. Wow, uh, I could go on about Stephen King, but I don't need to because everybody knows he's awesome. And when I was in Iraq, one time one of my buddies had all of the Dark Tower books. Well, all that was written then. They might have all been written then. Well, I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, he had some Dark Tower books. He might not have had them all. I don't remember. It's maybe I should look these things up before I go talking about them. But anyway, I definitely remember he had some Dark Tower books. It looked like a lot. I don't know if he had all seven. I'm not sure. Anyway, he let me read the first one, and I remember liking it, but I wasn't like just gotta keep reading it. And like I said, I was on the my audiobook deal, and Stephen King kept coming up, so I was looking at the Dark Tower, and I was like, oh, I remember the Gunslinger. It was cool. It was like this story, and honestly, I didn't really pay that much attention to the book when I read it when I was in Iraq because I had other things going on in my mind. Sometimes you do things in life and maybe you don't focus as much as you probably would have if you didn't have some things going on, which is okay, which is whatever, right? It's fine. But so I downloaded The Gunslinger and I listened to it, and oh wow. If Audible, like I was talking about before on the top of the thing, you know, if y'all haven't if you haven't gotten into The Dark Tower and you have seen Stephen King's movies or read some of his work, it really is a story that just kind of really entertained me in a really pretty great way. I enjoyed it a lot. Really, it was. I'm not even finished, by the way. I'm six. I finished 6 books. I'm 7 books in. I'm on the last book, The Dark Tower. Um, right now, I'm kind of thinking that I might get back into once I've finished it. I might go ahead and give it a second listen, just because you know when you're working, sometimes you have the book going, but you're not exactly concentrated on your book. Maybe I'm filling out a certified, or I'm trying to ensure that boxes get to the correct address or things like that. Making sure I'm getting away from a dangerous situation like some big dogs, a pit bull or something like that. So some of the story maybe I didn't pay 100% attention to, but wow, um, some of the later books I was definitely way more interested than I was the first book. With that said, I think I'm gonna give a second listen to it. But I we went to Easter Sunday, and we had an Easter Sunday brunch at church, and we did some things, and we did some things with the kids this morning. And I came in here, and we had Easter dinner, and after dinner I came in here to sit down, and I happened to see that there was a Dark Tower movie, which I didn't know about, which came out in 2017, and somehow I didn't know about that. Maybe that's my fault. Maybe I wasn't particularly extremely interested. So anyway, I went ahead and got it from iTunes, and it's quite different from the book, which is fine. Um, I don't know if I would have maybe I would have enjoyed the movie, but I don't know if I would have enjoyed it that much if I hadn't read the book. Cause well, I didn't read the book. I listened to the book. I don't know. I keep saying I read the book. I don't know if you get an audio book. Can you say you read it? It sounds weird to me that I've listened to a book. Is that me? Is that me being old? I'm not sure. Maybe it's me being old. Anyway, you know, I enjoyed the movie a lot because there was so many things in the book that was just, they would come up, and I think wow, they did a great job. Special effects were fantastic, so I enjoyed it. So that was my other media. Um, although long, I guess. And of course, being by myself, this is going to be, unfortunately, probably a tad shorter than I want it to be. But just a quick note: if you're out there in the community, I just wanted everybody to know that, man, I appreciate y'all guys, because I have a lot of fun with this show, and it's been this, it's been a ride more enjoyable than I originally thought when I started out. When Vesper invited me onto the show, I thought, oh yeah, it's gonna be, it'll be fun and everything. But it's been more than I expected, and that's because of the community. And I could name a ton of people that I met because of the show. So for that, I give y'all an internet high five. Y'all are great. And with that said, if you're a community member and you're out there and you haven't for some reason joined us on Discord, or if you haven't joined us through written us an email, or some other, left us a comment on the website, or if you know if you haven't done any of those kind of things, get in there. It's you know join us. It's fun. It's what it is. Anyway, I just I just want to say, get in with us. I know the season is starting to slow down a little bit, so if you're out there and your season's starting to slow, the best way is to play with friends. Get on. We'll get in groups. We'll run caves. We'll run greater risks. We'll run bounties. If Oh my god, I hate bounties, but I'll still run bounties. I don't know. I may not run bounties, so I don't know. It's one of those things that it's not my favorite, but my actual favorite thing to do is to play with friends. So anyway, just get in there. Get in there and have the good time. That's what it's about. And with that said, you have been listening to episode 160 of the Shattered Soulstone, your Diablo community podcast. Miss an episode? You can find the show blog and listen to the show archives at www.shatteredsoulstone.com. With your support, you can help the show grow. Become a Patreon today at patreon.com/soulstone. Come join us in game. Our in game community and clan, both named Shattered Soulstone, are open to anyone who would like to join. You can join us on Discord for the ultimate team and community based experience. Find the Discord invitation link on our Twitter or Facebook page. Vespeturio loves Facebook. Blow it up. He loves that stuff, man. As well as you can find the Shattered Soulstone on our Shattered Soulstone website. This show is powered by you, the listener. The best people on the show, the listener. Send your contributions, thoughts, questions, and send your feed boats. Also, send your feedback. Woo, I cannot talk today. Sorry about that. Send your feedback to show@shatteredsoulstone.com. Come tweet with us and message us on Facebook. As mentioned above, Vespeturia loves the Facebook. You can find our Twitter page at Shattered Soulstone, or our Facebook at facebook.com/Shattered Soulstone. We would like to extend a huge thank you to Metro of Don Forge Productions for hosting our Loot Deviant show. You can find more shows from the Don Forge at www.thedonforge.com. Thank you for listening. Until next time, from all of us here at the Shattered Soulstone, over 159 episodes for your listening pleasure. Don Forge, have a great day.